Everybody. I'm here with Casey Sedlack. I'm Holly Copeland with HeartMind Alchemy, and I'm doing my first HeartMind Alchemy live session. How fun is that? So thank you for joining. And we are going to do a WAVi scan with Casey today. WAVi is a portable EEG device that I own and have incorporated is in my business. And this allows me to work with clients and do before and after testing to see how brain changes, things like meditation, food, diet, anything like that you want to incorporate in your life. And you want to know, hey, have I changed my brain? You know, what impacts have I made to do this type, of work? You can use this scan to give you some really amazing information about how your brain might have changed. Also, you can just get a baseline assessment, which is what we're going to do with Casey today, to say it's like taking a blood pressure for your heart, but for your brain.
It's also highly fashionable.
And it's super fashionable, yeah. Because everybody wants one of these. Look, how cool is this look?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, whoa. You get to wear it instead.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. So, So what we're going to do is we need to fit this thing, and it's going to take like maybe half an hour to get it up and running. So we're going to spend the next, you just get to see what it's like for us to put one of these on Casey. And then she'll take the test. We're doing a P300 performance test, which is a test that's there's been a lot of research on P300 and its correlation with other factors of brain health. So we'll do the P300 test. That takes 4 minutes. And then we'll get the report and we'll look at it.
Okay.
All of that will happen in the next, 45 minutes.
Sounds good. And just for the record, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know what this is going to say. So this is as new for me as it is for you. So welcome inside the mind of a life coach. It's going to be good.
It's going to be great. 2 life coaches, mad scientists.
Yeah, we're doing it. There's serums involved.
Yeah. Look, she looked. We're gonna.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
what are we doing?
What exactly did I sign up for today? And surprise, it's not an injectable serum.
It is not. It's not. You'll find out. You have to stay posted in order to find out. So, okay. So here we go. I'm gonna make sure we're adjusted well here. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're actually going to fit the grounding on your ears.
Okay. Do I need to take my earrings out?
Yeah, that would be best.
All right. You just got a question. What is that?
This is a WAVi. Oh, hi, Evie. This is a WAVi EEG, portable EEG device. And this was created in Boulder, Colorado by some amazing physicists out of MIT. And previously, this type of technology was only available in hospitals for like $10,000. You could get one of these scans. Okay. So what's really amazing about it is that it's now, with this technology they've developed, you can do it in your home. For I'm offering these for $150. You can get a scan. So $10,000 previously, or $150 now.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, how cool is that, right? Why would you? Exactly. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I forgot this is funny. So the first thing we have to do is you have to exfoliate your ears.
Oh, well, this is going to be nice. A little self-care for the day.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on your fingertip.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is just like rub it around on your earlobes.
Okay.
Like literally you're exfoliating them.
Mm.
And let me get a paper towel.
So everybody, my name is Casey Sedlack. I am a life coach at Casey Sedlack Coaching. Whoa. And Holly joined me last week. So if you guys got to see that, this is a continuation of that partnership, and I'm so excited to be here. So thanks for joining in. Okay.
All right. If you feel fully exfoliated.
I do feel fully exfoliated.
Okay, then you can wipe your.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Whoever knew? I knew there were such things as lip scrubs.
I know.
But I never knew about the earlobe scrub. I'm going to recommend it to all my friends. Only have 5 minutes? Scrub your earlobes.
Scrub your earlobes. Okay. Okay, we're filling up the syringe. Okay, what I'm doing is, this is conductive paste, and I am putting the conductive paste in these little pockets. All right.
Yeah, I really thought that I was like, I'd signed up for some like mad scientist stuff.
Oh, you have?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to get clipped onto your ear like an earring.
Okay.
Just like
so
you
this
see
one's
it.
on the back?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Conductive paste connection. Boop. All right.
Okay.
Is that actually Paul Mitchell conductive paste?
It actually is.
Oh my God, you guys look at this. So we are so in vogue.
They said that they, when I got the training on this, he said that they tried a bunch of like actual conductive paste, and the Paul Mitchell hair cream was the best.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Oh my God. Thanks, Paul.
Yep. Okay.
For supporting science.
The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to fill so these are the conductor nodes, see, and there's 20 of them for the scan. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill this little thing with saline. These are not reusable, so each time I do a scan,
Okay.
these are part of it. So they're going to sit there and get going. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Look at me now. Do I need, okay, I'll move my
try to
bangs.
get your bangs out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa, yes. Hey, everybody. You didn't think I was good looking before. No,
You're such a sport.
What?
You are
this
such
is
a
the best.
sport. Okay. I'm gonna hook these up.
Okay. Ow! Just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
That was awesome. Oh my God.
Okay.
Hi, Ebby. Yes, I'm everywhere. He's like, you're everywhere, Holly.
I love it.
I know. Yeah, you were missing me, and now you can be here. Hugs back to you. You are with us in spirit. I love it that you're here, Ebby. Thank you.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry. I forgot. I have to... Shoot. I have to put this in here. Hold on just a sec.
We got ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we got ahead of ourselves. I have to put these in here.
Oh.
Okay, and this is going to take like a couple minutes. So while I am doing this, I don't know, tell us something about, why are you excited to get a brain scan?
Well, I've never done this before. My mom has done, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, brain wave optimization.
Nice.
Stuff. And so I know a little bit about what the power of like understanding your brain and getting like, brain work can do for you. We need to refill this.
We might.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is super new for me, and I'm just like so excited to see I don't actually know. Maybe you could tell me like what am I going to learn from doing this?
Yeah. So
like what should I come in with an open, does this unscrew just like that?
Oh no.
No?
Don't unscrew it.
Don't unscrew it.
Yeah.
My bad.
And then just pull the cap off like that. Yeah.
I see.
So you're going to get if you've been kind to your body for your life and you've been eating well and, you haven't had a lot of head injuries.
Okay.
And, did your mother drop you when you were
Probably.
3?
No, I hope not. I was a pretty good walker.
Or did you get into a car accident or, something like that?
Yeah.
When I was 14, 16, I got in a car accident and had to go to the hospital for a concussion.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, my boyfriend drove into, I don't know, something. Anyway, so you'll see, if you had a concussion or something like that, you might see evidence of that.
Okay.
But basically, I would expect if you've been, you look healthy and, not drinking a lot and doing drugs and things that affect lifestyle in a, negative way, then I would expect your brain to look pretty good.
Okay.
But we'll see your connectivity, your coherence, the amount, if you were somebody that was prone to anxiety,
Can you help me?
there would be some markers for that.
Thank you.
You
Okay.
know, like super stressed and anxious.
Interesting.
We might see some markers for that.
Okay.
So
Neat.
yeah. Okay. Good. Now we're ready to go.
Okay. Back to it. Here we go.
Back to it.
See, now we're professionals. Now we know what's going
Now
on.
we know. Yeah. Okay.
This is even more stylish. It's blue. Blue's my color.
All right. I should tell my friend Lindsay that we're live. I'm going to tell Lindsay.
Okay.
She may or may not know. Live on Facebook now, doing WAVi scan.
Is she your WAVi buddy?
Join us. Yes, she is.
Awesome.
Okay, she's the person that got me into it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my friend Lindsay, in San Diego. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to say new session.
Okay, so just so you guys know, there's a little computer screen over here that's hooked up to
I'm going
some
to
other stuff.
show
just
this.
Give it a little demo.
So see the computer screen there. So this is all hooked up to the computer screen.
Mm-hmm. And soon I will be too, I guess.
Yes,
Maybe.
you will be hooked to the computer.
Great.
Okay. Let's see. So we have to fill in a little bit of paperwork. Let's see. Have you ever been hospitalized for a head injury?
Not for a head injury, no.
Okay. Ooh, this might be personal, so I'll let you decide how you want to answer that.
I have not been.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, and then your weight and caffeinated drinks.
Oh. Yay. Okay.
Can estimate your weight. It's
Yeah.
not a big,
go.
it's a huge deal.
That's maybe about right. Oh my God. Hours of sleep.
Hours of sleep.
Jesus. I have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, so sleep is scarce in my life. Hours since last meal. Okay, and is that the last question then?
Yeah, that's the last question.
Whoa, where'd it go? Oh, it's down there.
Yeah, it's down there.
Who knows? Okay.
All right. And then we're going to say, okay. So there we go. So now headset contact. And so we have to hook it up now.
So exciting, guys.
All right. It's initializing.
So will this produce, give you an idea or be able to provide suggestions about what to do to improve?
No, that would be like you'd work with your coach.
Oh,
on that.
okay.
So
Cool.
this just is really just straight baseline dodo.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what we're looking at is we're looking at a screen that has the connections. I'm going to show you the screen again. So here it is right there.
I think you can flip it.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Oh, here.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. There.
Okay. So there's the screen right there that we're looking at. So right now only the ground is connected because that was the grounding part we did. But the rest of it now we're gonna get all, this is gonna take, so this process takes about 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna get all these connected. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start by pushing these in and connecting them to your okay.
So when they turn red, it means it's connected?
When they turn green or yellow,
Green
it
or
means
yellow.
it's connected.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So if I have a lot of hair, do you have to like rub it down in there?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay. Hi, Kiefer.
Hi, Kiefer. Thank you for joining us. Friend Kiefer's a neuroscientist.
Ooh.
All right, Kiefer, you get to see the WAVi in action. How cool is that, huh? All right. Impedance checking. Yeah, I'm getting all of the connections set up actually for the first time. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, impedance. I'll bet that's impedance.
What is that? Do you know?
I assume, Kiefer, you tell me. I just know that I'm getting all the connections right. Sorry for being so I'm relatively new at this. Okay. Come on, F4.
So how many of these are there again?
19.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually doing pretty well. Actually shouldn't say that because, knock on wood, but it's going actually.
Like the connectivity?
Connectivity's going well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes does it just take a second for the like things to link up?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay. Kiefer says, yeah, electrical impedance. Basically getting all the electrodes where they are connected properly with the lowest, I'm guessing resistance is what that says next.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a team effort here.
It's a team effort. Thank you, Kiefer. We need you. I can't see more. But yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Amazing.
Okay. I don't know why F3 is being poopy. Come on, F3.
I just have so much hair there.
I know.
A full head.
Okay.
There it is.
Did it go?
Oh, it was
No.
almost yellow. Oh, it's like wanting to do it. Ta-da!
Yes. Ta-da! Okay.
Good job, F3.
Okay, T3. Oh, this one's going to be... You have a lot of hair,
I
girlfriend.
know, I know. Every time I get my hair cut, I block out 2 hours. And I email the studio in advance saying, you need to... don't schedule anyone after me. You'll regret it.
All right. Sometimes I skip the ones that are red and then come back to them because it's like when I tighten the head, when I tighten it up, then it...
Then it clicks.
Yeah.
I see.
So...
Okay, well, if there's anything I can do to be helpful, you tell me.
I learned that from the guy that I trained with. He's like, yeah, just skip it and come back to it if it's giving you problems.
So can you tell us a little bit about where you trained and...
I trained down, so they're down in Boulder, Colorado, and is where WAVi is based. They have an office at University of Colorado in Boulder. So that's where I went.
And what was your training experience like?
It was basically sitting down, talking about the data that they collect and, the device and some of the history and the background on it and some of the things that they've found. Working with it's amazing. So this company is working with like sports teams.
So cool.
Like the guy that I trained with was meeting the following week with the head neurologist for the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because they want to bring this technology to the NFL.
Yeah. I can see why.
Yeah.
Yep. Head injuries.
Head injuries, exactly. That's how interested that they are in this
That
technology.
is so cool. And we have it right here in Lander, Wyoming, everybody.
Yep.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And if you live in Wyoming, it's just a drive down the street because
Exactly.
Wyoming's just one big city with very long streets.
I would love to do a scan like this for anybody in Wyoming that wants to come.
And you're offering a free or tell me about what you're offering next week.
So on February 29th, so it's 2 weeks, or
Okay.
a week and a half, I'm going to be at Sweetwater Spa, or Sweetwater Wellness, sorry, where Sandy and Jerry Bath have a business. And I'm going to be there all day. That's Saturday, and people can book an appointment with me to get your own scan. What I'm offering is $125, so
Oh, nice.
a reduced price.
Reduced price.
Yeah.
Sorry for the build up there.
Yeah, sorry, I can't offer them for free. These
No.
electrodes actually cost money, so there's a
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a service worth paying for.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll be there all day. Or if that doesn't work for somebody, I'm happy. You know, you can just call me and we'll schedule one anytime. So
Amazing.
Okay, C3, stop being a bugger.
It's like it wants to be yellow.
It does.
Yeah. It
Come
can, like if I move my head a little
C3.
bit.
Come on, C3. We love
If
you.
I purse my lips just right.
Would you like send it love? Love.
C3.
C3, we
Let's
love
do
you.
it. See, it's like it so wants to be there.
Come on.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
So does the connectivity have anything to do with the amount of saline saturation? Oh, whoa. Hey, T3.
Hey T3.
Dang.
Woohoo! We're online with
We're
T3.
doing it.
Okay. I think they're just, once they're well soaked, they're well soaked. I think
Okay.
it's more just hair, to be honest.
Okay. So better to be bald in this instance.
Yeah, it would go quicker.
Well, sorry I didn't come prepared.
It's okay. You shave your head.
Do you have to replace the electrodes out at any point, or do they just charge you per usage?
They, so I buy the electrodes, and so I have like a whole box of them, and I just keep them as, you know, part of my supplies, basically. Does that answer your question?
So what was your biggest takeaway from your training in Boulder?
That's a good question. My biggest takeaway. So, I mean, a lot of the training was really just focused on how to do this properly, to how to, you know, fit it and do the test properly.
Okay.
So, and so that was a big part of it, was being sure I could operate it correctly. And then in terms of, you know, learning about how they are collecting data, so that all these WAVis are, you know, being used all across the country, and the data for them is being compiled in a database that then allows them to sort of have a baseline, and then they're using it, the baseline, and then correlating the data with other types of conditions. So, for example, they're developing markers for Alzheimer's as an example.
Oh, wow.
So that ultimately we could be living, you know, we could have a situation where you do a scan like this and you can see markers for Alzheimer's
Wow.
on the scan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, or
Terrifying.
depression or ADHD.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and that's just, it's just information.
Yeah.
But it's information that can be used objectively to say, oh, you've got some markers for Alzheimer's. Okay, you know, let's implement these lifestyle changes to help.
Yeah.
You know, what can we do to affect that change? And then rescan to see the difference.
Okay. So Kiefer says, how many uses would you get from a single set of electrodes?
Just one. Although I have done them back to back before, like, you know, if there were two people sitting there, you could technically do another one. But as soon as the electrodes dry out, then you can't use them again. You're supposed to get a new set. All right. Come on, T6.
Do you want me to take this hair tie out? Would that be helpful? I'm so sorry I didn't think of that earlier.
Let's see. Yeah, we might need to do that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I can get it.
Okay. Oh, good.
I'm just going to move it down.
Got hard hair.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, T6. T6 is an interesting one. I have like really high, when I did my scans, I have like really high activity in T6. Yeah.
What is that? I mean, will you tell us what that means, or do you?
I am still trying to understand it, but there
Okay.
seems like there might be some correlation with some meditation, some of the meditation work that I've been doing.
Cool.
And like altered state type stuff. I don't know. Maybe Kiefer wants to chime in on any thoughts about high activity in T6. Okay. Oh my gosh, getting back here with this node is like I'm digging to China to find your scalp.
It's there, I promise.
Are you sure?
I do have a head.
No.
Yep, it's under there.
It's like the forest.
No, I'm not kidding you guys. I have the thickest hair out of almost anybody I know.
Well,
So.
like if I can get this to all the connections here, then I'm golden for
Yeah.
any other
I should have
scans
warned
I
you.
do,
Maybe
yeah.
I'm not a great test subject.
No, you're a perfect test subject. You're ideal.
Okay, great.
All right.
He says, gotcha.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Come on. Oh, one. Occipital. These are occipital lobes so that we can see what your back of your brain is doing. Okay.
This is so cool. I've literally never ever been hooked up to anything.
Well, very few people have. There's
Yeah.
probably like, you're like one of, 1,000 people in the United States that's done these or something. Dave
What?
Asprey of Bulletproof, did a whole thing on these.
So cool.
Yeah, and now it's you.
Oh my God, I am
Don't you feel special?
1 degree of separation from Dave Asprey. I mean, I'm basically famous. Let's be
That's
real.
right. Exactly. Oh, come on, PZ.
Oh, see, now if I just pursed my lips just right again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm
It's
vegan
the
to
hair,
China. Dude, it's like gardening.
It's like I'm honored. Let's see if I can see this, Kiefer. Thank you so much for chiming in on all this stuff, Kiefer. I don't know, but maybe.
I know. Why can we not see more?
I wonder if I could look on my phone
Okay.
and then we could see what's
Okay.
going on, because that would
Could
be
be many things. I'm wondering if
Yeah.
you're picking up on precuneus or posterior cingulate activity. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so excuse me for pulling out my device, but I really want to check out what's going on here. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what we have to say. Okay, he says, interesting, T6 could be many things. Oh, it's not doing it on mine either. Come on. Oh, there we go. Precuneus or posterior cingulate activity as a result of meditation, just like you said.
Yeah.
That is like a foreign language to me. So guys, if you think you need to know something about brain activity to be a part of this, you do not. Clearly, I know the basics, and when I say basics, I mean almost nothing. So I am literally as novice as they get here. Okay, Kiefer, our resident neuroscientist expert. I relate to this process so much. Imagine doing it with 32 electrodes. I've never used an EEG that wasn't finicky like that. So this is easy, is what you're saying.
That's right. We only have 19 to do.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my God. Come on. Ah, we got PZ. Woo!
Heck yeah! Okay, we're doing it. We are doing it.
Come on, P3. Come on. Seriously.
Okay.
Okay, we got P3.
We got P3.
Now we're doing T5.
Okay.
We have 3 left to connect. Hair is a scientific nightmare. Yeah, exactly.
Balding men were a dream. See, if I had only known that hair does not equal beauty in
I
this
think
case.
we should shave your head.
I've done it before.
Have you really?
Yeah, in high school, it was not good. Let me tell you. Any of my high school friends can attest to, and my family. I buzzed it and then I bleached it.
Oh, hi, Renee.
So, yeah, it was not a. It was just one of those fun high school experiments.
All right.
That ended up being just nightmarish.
If you are just coming online, we are doing a WAVi EEG scan of my friend and fellow coach, Casey Sedlack. Sedlack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is the WAVi. It's a state-of-the-art EEG device that's been adapted for basically anywhere. And we're going to get a measure of her brain health. How cool is that? Right in front of your very eyes.
Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Only accepting and non-judgmental people allowed. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to scooch this forward just a little bit.
All right.
At the risk of,
Moving.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with T5 here.
Oh, it's thinking about
Come
it.
on, T5, come on.
We're rooting for you, buddy.
Like, seriously?
Yeah. Yes. Look,
Okay.
you're a miracle worker. I see this. Oh,
Oh,
dang it.
no.
T5. You can do it.
It's like,
Get on over here.
it's like a tease. T5 is like a tease.
We got a T5 teaser over here. We need some. Oh my God! It was even green for like half a
For
second.
half a second.
Mhm.
Okay. It's gonna go. I watch. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Ready? It's gonna go.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, now stay. See, I feel like if I move.
Okay. Yeah. You can let go.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
All right, now to the.
Okay. Now to the
I
dreaded.
feel like these ones are gonna
the
be.
occipitals are the.
Okay.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to touch it.
Okay, I just don't want it to slip.
Okay.
If
Oh my gosh, this is
See? Yeah, it's going backwards.
digging to China.
Gardening. You're gardening.
I'm gardening. Like, you know, like when you're gardening and you're trying to find the potato and you're like digging your hand down, you're like, surely the potatoes are here. That's what I feel like right this minute.
Okay, Kiefer is saying it might be getting knocked back and forth due to movement and talking and such. So
Yeah.
I'm going to find my Zen.
Yes, exactly, Randy. We should have tested on a bald person. Randy does not have a lot of hair.
Well, Randy, where are you?
If you want to fly up from New Mexico, we'll happily do one on you. It would be worth your visit, I'm sure. Okay. Come on. These occipitals are like completely pain in the rears. They are testing my patience.
Well, don't worry, I don't feel impatient.
Okay. Parting of the Red Sea going on back there.
My hair has never been discussed in such grandeur. Parting of the Red Sea, digging to China, gardening. I love it.
I hope everybody online is having as much fun as we are. Because you didn't realize this, you were going to get to see this on a Tuesday morning, right? I mean, how cool is this?
Oh, it's thinking about it.
Is it really?
Well, it flashed. There we go. Q2.
It's going to go. It's going to go. It's going to go.
Yeah.
O2, yes!
O2, not Q2.
O2. No, oh, come on. Stay. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah says we're hilarious.
It's one of my many talents.
Casey is hilarious. Okay, all right. Last one. Oh my God. Come on, O1.
It's gonna go. Kiefer says this is the real view of EEG science. What you didn't know, besides everything.
Okay, come on, O1. Come on.
Well,
The Red Sea is parting. Jesus is walking on the water. Not yet. Okay. You know what I'm amazed at, Casey? That you're a mom with 2 young kids and you're taking time out of your very precious day to come do this.
well, lucky for me, I have an amazing husband who is like, of course you can go do these cool things and like grow your business and I'll watch the kids. But I think it's so awesome to support the things that people are doing for health and wellness in our neck of, well, I mean, everywhere, but like particularly in this neck of the woods. And how lucky are we to be like part of it and on the forefront and like providing these great services to everybody.
We're bringing cutting edge technology
Yeah.
to the far corners of America.
It's true. And if you don't think Wyoming is not a far corner of America, then you've never been here.
Yeah.
We might be close to the center of the country, but
Okay, I'm gonna find the potato any minute now.
oh, you almost found it. You sideswiped it.
Come on, O1. Come on, O1.
Tech question: how many sensors are in this setup?
19 sensors. It's gonna go. I think it's gonna go. Will you meditate on it going, please?
Here we go. I'm peeking. Come on, O1. You can do it.
Come on, we are so
I
close.
feel like I should maybe.
Oh. They're like electrodes are gonna freaking dry out. Come on.
You can just pour saline on my head. It's fine.
It's gonna go.
There we go. Oh.
Frick. Go. I think it's gonna go. Go. We're looking at its flashing. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow.
The drama.
The drama.
The drama. Okay.
More exciting than watching, I don't know, women's soccer.
Come on, O1.
It's really... Yes.
All right, guys.
Oh my God.
The stressful part is over. Now we get to analyze my brain. And if that's not stressful, that's telling you something. Okay.
All right. Those are just the grounding leads. That's all. Okay. Whew. Okay. So we are all hooked up. So now we are going to run the P300 test. And so now we get to put the headphones on.
Whoa, look at that. So I
That
shouldn't
is
talk.
your brain wave.
That looks like chaos.
Seriously, that's stressing me out. Okay, here, I'll show everybody what she's looking at. Okay. Yes, 19. It's super cool, Deborah. So here's the readout screen for the WAVi. So there's all her brainwaves there. How's that looking? Neuroscientists in the group. Are we happy? It looks pretty good to me. Okay. All right. So, all right, there we go. Okay, so we can see here are all the 19 channels, and we can see that every single one of them's got good connectivity, right? Because we're getting good readouts. And so now what we're going to do is the P300 test is a sound test. So what you're going to do is you are going to be clicking the mouse when you hear a sound. And so, I'm going to put this up. Okay, more equipment. You ready? Okay. So you can do a test version of this right now, and just so you hear a constant or a lower pitch sound, and then you hear a higher pitch sound. So what your job is as soon as you hear the pitch change to high, you click the mouse.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So go ahead and give it a practice try. And you're gonna have your eyes closed when you do this, by the way. Yes, exactly. So that makes sense? Okay. So, so when you say you're ready, when you say I'm ready, I'm going to go do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and I'm going to start the test. Okay? All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, and this is a 4-minute test. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Start. Oh, wait, hold on just a second. I have to stop, reset. Hold on just a sec. I have to set it into airplane mode. So open your eyes for a second. Lock the mouse. And it has to be in airplane mode for the scan. So I have to disconnect it and put it in airplane mode. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. That was a trial run. 3, 2, 1, start. done.
Oh man.
How was that?
It was cool. I mean, part of me was like, I would hear the beep and I'd be like, hey, there it is. And then part of me was like, did I miss any? Like, I don't think I did.
I should have said to you that, like, if you miss one, it's not,
Okay.
you know, the end of the world. You're not supposed to stress out about it. Let's see. So you did great. So we can use this recording here just to see kind of, here are your raw brainwave scans during the entire thing. And, you know, there's some little noise here and there, and you can see, you know, where that happens. But it looks to me, you know, little bits of noise are fine as far as I understand it. I mean, the overall picture is a clean scan.
Okay, what do you mean, like little bits of noise?
Like the sections here where it went to red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there was some kind of noise. I don't know, maybe Kiefer wants to comment on random noise. I'll show you an example for those watching. So here's the readout from the 4-minute scan. I'm going to start at the beginning. You know, it was looking pretty good. And then there are little places. Quality's good, quality's, and like there's one where it says, oh, you know, there was a little bit of noise, little red check channel kind of come for just a little bit of time, and then it goes back to normal again. So those pop in and out, but it looks like the overall scan is good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Kiefer. I'll bet it does. WAVi has some automatic removal of that noise to filter out. Oops. Yeah, to filter out the noise that you get. And my understanding is that's just part of it. There will be noise, right? Okay. So, yay. So we're done with the scan. And so now we can build a report. So we can actually take this off.
Okay. The deconstruction. All that hard work. All that gardening.
All the gardening. Sorry, you're going to lose your earrings.
Dang
I know
it.
you're going to be all broken up about it.
I am.
Okay.
Thank you. Whoops.
Whoops.
There goes.
Whoa! There go all the electrodes.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
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 So this is what the electrodes look like, everybody. And they're soaked in saline, in case you've never seen them before.
Okay. Here is that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I'll bet Kiefer says, wait, or they do so many P300 tests, any bad ones get clipped out of the averaging. I'll bet so too. Okay. Wait, do we have 2 running? I don't know what happened. Okay. So we're going to say new report. And I'm going to start by running a performance report.
Okay.
And we're going to select this session. I'll show you guys in just a second what one of these reports looks like. But I have to generate it first. Computing basic values, generating standard pages. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, are you ready?
I'm exposing myself to the whole internet. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's do this.
Okay.
I mean, if not now, then when?
Exactly. Okay. Direct measurements of brain function.
Oh my God, what if it says I'm a terribly unfit person? Oh.
Whoa! Look at your brain reaction time.
Oh, I'm so fast.
You're like at the top of this. Wait,
Wait,
it
how
doesn't
can
get
that
any
be
higher.
How can that be right? I feel like I am I always tell people I process things really slowly.
Well, that's not
interesting.
Yeah, your brain reaction time. Okay, so here, so everybody
Wow,
can
you
see. So here's the first score that we have. This is the. Okay, so we have brain reaction voltage on the left.
And so this is literally the amount of power that your brainwaves are producing.
Okay.
So the quantity of that, and Kiefer can chime in with better ways to say that. So it's it's a measure of cognitive resources. My understanding, so yours is 14, so kind of in the middle. My understanding is that voltage is a little more sensitive to acute impairments. So if you had been like drinking a lot last night, which hopefully you didn't.
Did not.
Yes, but if you had and you came in and did a scan, we would expect to see voltage drop.
Okay.
Also with things like concussions, it would be the marker. There would be a voltage drop across your brain from a concussion.
Right.
So it's a little more acute, whereas brain reaction time is a little more long term.
Okay.
And both factors could decline with things like age, memory loss, or lifestyle choices around, food and health and exercise and all the kinds of things that, people do to improve their health.
Right.
You would see if you're in poor health, or having issues with, memory and things like that, I would expect to see that show up here. So this shows by my understanding, this is a first indicator of a really healthy brain.
Amazing. Okay, now I feel fine. You can continue to read it. Keep going.
Okay.
I was ready to cut you off.
All right.
I wasn't actually.
Okay. All right. So you can tell everybody how excited you are. Healthy brain.
Yeah, thank God. Now you have proof that if you sign up for coaching with me, you're not signing up with like some crazy lady. I mean, I'm a little crazy, but in the good way.
All right. So the next this is your voltage map. Oh, I got to show everybody this too. So this is so cool. So this is the voltage across your brain.
Which, to me, from the ones I've seen, this looks great because you have like.
I'm sorry. Kiefer says results legally sane.
Yeah.
Life goals, everyone. Thanks. Kiefer, I really want to meet you.
Kiefer's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, you really want to meet him too. I haven't actually met him. We've just been online.
Oh man, well, I'm a fan. Fan club, Kiefer fan club. Okay, sorry, continue.
You can join the Kiefer fan club with me. All right. So this is your voltage map. Kiefer, if you want to comment on this at all, is my understanding is this is, well distributed, evenly distributed. So it looks great. I don't know what like a perfectly ideal voltage map would be, but I don't see any major voltage deficiencies in a certain area.
Got it.
You can stamp her hand with the same. I assume you mean sane stamp now.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So
Here, I'll hold this, and you can.
do you want to
that.
hold it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So muscle tension. This seems to be elevated on just about everybody.
Okay.
So no, don't stress about that.
All right.
Okay. The measure of frontal alpha balance. If you are one side or the other, it's a little indicative of anxiety. However, or stress. However, I mean, the score of 0.8. It's just outside the target range. So I wouldn't, you're a mom with young kids, things like that.
I mean, what's stressful about that?
What's stressful about that? Yeah. But yeah, nothing that's, when I asked him what, like what would somebody with high frontal asymmetry have? And he was like, oh, that would be like a score of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, so.
All right. And that would be indicative of like much higher anxiety.
Stress and anxiety. Yeah.
So just a question, the lower range of that, does that mean, I guess like if it's a target range, it means you're balanced and you're like feeling less stressful. So if it's on either side, it's indicative of stress or anxiety?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. Kiefer, do you guys have any comments on that, or Deborah or other people with more neuroscience background? I assume the brain reaction time is the detection of the event-related potential as compared to the audio signal. Yes, I believe that sounds correct, Deborah. Physical reaction time is the measurement of the audio signal compared to the mouse click. Yes, that's correct. this is just a placeholder. They're going to incorporate heart rate variability into the measurement. It's
Okay.
not there right now.
All right.
Okay, so that's this one, and we're going to build one more report. New report. We're going to build the basic wellness report.
Okay, now I'm nervous again.
Oh, yeah. No need to be nervous. And we are going to add that. We are going to add z-scores. We're going to add the coherence. Okay. Right, we're generating one other report. Yes, it's generating alpha during this response test, not quiet meditation. Exactly, Deborah. So it's not a meditation. This is not a meditation
Right.
test. So it, okay. So this is at the beginning, this is some of the same data you've seen,
Okay.
but also some metrics about peak frequencies.
Okay.
So here's that same
Response time or
overall
voltage.
And then this is kind of one really, this is the P300 test across the brain.
okay.
So you can see every single node and what the P300 scores were. And so 200 is let's see. Yeah, I mean, anything kind of in the mid to high 200s is great. So like all these scores, like we don't see anything that's like a major low score across here. It all looks, really nicely, evenly distributed.
Okay. Do you know what UV and MS stand for?
This is the voltage itself. And then the MS is the P300 score.
Okay.
Yeah. And this gives you so this is like your response after the click.
Okay.
So this is like showing like how quickly your brain is this is like the reason that you have that we saw that you had super high reaction time. So my understanding is we're seeing that in this big quick reaction back.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So just showing, real evenness and consistency across your whole brain is what I see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah. Look at you.
I'm loving the sheer geekiness of all this. So are we.
Yeah.
So good.
UV microvolts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know, Kiefer or Deborah, somebody want to comment, like the occipital UV is much lower, but that's generally normal, right? That we see differences across the brain in UV. You can comment. I don't know the answer. I'm learning too.
Perfect.
On this stuff.
Great.
So, okay, so here's your alpha frequency across your brain.
What is an alpha frequency?
Alpha frequency is so that's a specific brain wave between 8 and 12 hertz.
Okay.
And so this is showing you the peak of alpha, where your peak of alpha is. So that's this number here at the bottom. So this is a map of each of the electrodes in your whole brain. So alpha is typically generated in the occipital primarily, is my understanding. So that's why we see sort of more of these peaks in the back.
Okay.
Depends on the task and how visual a person is. Okay. In terms of the occipital. Yeah, exactly. So, so if you are more visual, Kiefer, would you have, I'm going to go back to this. If you are more visual, would you have higher occipital UV values versus less? I'll let you comment on that. So one of the things, I've been like totally geeking out on almost 2 hours of meditation a day.
Wow.
One of the things that I saw in my scan was a really high alpha in my scan. And I saw like if I was to show you mine, you'd see like big peaks here.
Cool.
And my peak alpha is lower, tends to be lower. So my peak alpha is more like at 8 and 9.
Okay.
Which is sort of interesting. I don't know fully all of what that means, but it's like my peak alpha rests at a lower hertz. More visual is higher occipital values and activity. Okay. Would you describe yourself as a really visual person?
No. I mean, I learn by like watching people do physical stuff. Like if I can, when it comes to learning a new like physical skill, if I can watch somebody, I feel like I can get the basics down pretty well. But when it comes to like being in the classroom and things like that, I'm like more of an auditory learner and then like a writing.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I can like read it, write it,
Yeah.
and then like listen to it, that's sort of my jam.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
For a certain distribution of signals varies quite a bit. Must be changing conditions, the electrical condition. Sure. Yeah. Deborah. Yeah. So we're seeing some of that, the distribution of the signals changing across your brain.
Okay.
So here is the report for each of the theta, alpha, and beta bands across your brain, and if sort of certain areas have higher activity than others. So what I see here, the color key, which is kind of green, and this is, so one is absolute, so this is relative to you, like you across your brain, and one is relative to the database of all the people that they have in their database. So I believe that is this relative power one.
Okay.
I need to double check that, but I believe that this is relative to the database. So like you have average, your alpha is like a lot of other people's in the database.
I see.
Not high or low, just right in the middle, average.
Okay.
With and then this beta, I saw this on somebody else I did a scan for, was a little bit higher beta occipital. Kiefer, do you have any, or Deborah, do you guys have any thoughts on why somebody might have some higher beta occipital? And then here's your amplitude asymmetry. So that's interesting. So this is sort of higher asymmetry between front and back. I'm going to have to get back to you on what that means, or maybe somebody like Kiefer or Deborah want to comment on that. Again, we're sort of seeing low coherence across the occipital lobes back here.
And what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to get back to you.
All right.
I'm not going to make it up.
So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Does the software provide an animated version of the graphs? No, it does not. That's a really interesting question, Deborah.
Wave propagation
And momentary coherence. Yeah. To my knowledge, it does not, but I can look into that. It's a great question. And then you have like higher coherence between, say, so the blue is showing lower coherence, and so places of lower connection in your brain, and then the orange and red is showing places of higher coherence.
Okay.
So like you have high alpha coherence between T6 and T4, or between T4 and F8. And I'm going to have to look into it, and then I'll give you a report.
Sounds great.
And describe to you what some of the things that might mean. And then the last is a coherence threshold across your whole brain. So this is showing some, coherence across the front of your brain, and a, coherence map of sort of which parts are more connected across these different bands. So in the alpha range, which parts are more connected versus others. So again, I don't have any immediate things to say. There's so much emerging science about what all these things mean.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
But definitely like, you know, a meditative brain will see some different things, you know, so it's definitely different people have different brains, and we're trying to figure out and learn sort of what that means.
And for the record, guys, I am a very irregular meditator. So I'm sure Holly's, what did your like amplitude asymmetry?
Asymmetry.
Yeah.
You know what I really,
Or your, what was the coherence?
I'll show you my graph.
Okay. Little side by side compare and contrast. Oh, Deborah says I can help with that.
I would love that, Deborah. If you have any comments now, or we can just connect after, because
Yeah,
I mean, love to learn from you.
What might be cool is to read this with Deborah or Kiefer.
Yeah.
And do like a next week's.
Oh yeah, we could something
in
go
depth.
over it.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That would be super cool.
So here is my WAVi report. So like really high amplitude in the front, which is sort of interesting.
So this is like the front to back of the brain.
Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And so wait, so like this, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You talked last week about, you know, the prefrontal cortex, like being reshaped, like being grown by meditation, and the amygdala, which I'm guessing is back here.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Being
right.
shrunken. And so
Yes.
when you have less reactivity here,
Yes,
that's what that's showing.
I think so.
This is what a meditative brain looks like, everybody. This is awesome. Like such a cool compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So different.
So different, right? But also like, see, I've got low occipital right there too.
Oh my gosh. Everything is so different. This is so amazing.
And then like, so see, look at my peak alpha back here. Like,
Yeah.
number one, the peak is more at 9, not at 10. So it's lower. And then I have some, like my T6 is kind of really high. Yeah. But this, like these peaks here is showing like a lot of alpha activity.
Okay.
I kind of have an alpha brain.
And wait, can you remind me one more time what alpha is?
Alpha is the brainwave between 8 and 12, basically.
Okay.
Here they've got 7 to 13. There's a, 7 to 8 is the boundary between theta and alpha.
Okay.
There's no hard lines, right? So when you look at look at how high alpha is relative to, the other brainwaves. So this is the alpha brain effect. And I have some interesting artifacts, like T6 is really high. So I think this is the result of all that meditation that I do, but.
See, Kiefer is chiming in. I typically associate that higher beta gamma in the back of the brain with visual processing strategies and expectations, but want to research occipital activity in a P300 test since it's a different condition to meditation. And then he says the amygdala is a little, regarding my question about your brain scan, the amygdala is a little more central typically, although with EEG we read proxy measures of deeper brain structures in other locations too. We have a wealth of knowledge on this live, you guys. It's really amazing.
It is amazing.
Oh my gosh, wow. Look at you're like
My
straight across and mine was like
I know. So I have this asymmetry at the back of my brain. I don't know what that means yet. And then I have these like really strong coherence maps in the front. And actually there's a paper on meditation that talks about really high coherence seen across this front left part of your brain. So again, I believe that this is a result of meditation. Also, this is what I've connected all these parts of my brain up. And so that's what you're seeing.
Okay. And can we just flip to mine really? Can you pull up mine easily? So that way we can just do a little, see, wow, look at how different that is, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So really different. So you can work with me on meditation for 3 months and then we can do a rescan.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
See the effects of the meditation in your brain.
Heck yeah.
How cool is that?
So cool.
That's what I'm super psyched to do with clients.
Okay.
That's my jam.
Wow. That I would love to see it. This is like the before and after picture.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be cool to have occasional online meetups. Yes, it totally would be, Deborah. I think that would be awesome. In fact, I'm thinking about starting something along those lines with consciousness hacking group. So so that's the basic. You can go back. I think that was it for mine. So
Coherence.
yep. And then I don't know what the spaghetti map on beta is. I really have no idea. But there's that alpha coherence across the front of the brain that like I said, I think from the papers I've read is associated with meditation.
Okay.
So there you go.
Very neat. Very, very neat. Okay.
Okay.
Get your.
All right. So I think that's going to wrap it up for us with WAVi Scan Live.
Well,
with
yeah.
Casey Sedlack.
Sorry, this is like wiggling so much. I keep touching it.
You can just put it, let's go. Yay, thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Guys, this was so cool. Like, what an awesome insight from someone who literally knows this much about the brain and my own brain. This was an amazing beginning to get some insight on the differences or like areas to work on and areas that are like functioning well, and then places to put a little more effort. So thank you so much for doing this with me and for making this like a cool possibility and like bringing this to our little nook of the world. So amazing.
Thank you for being my guinea pig.
Yeah, sorry for the gardening and the China and the Red Sea.
And I hope, I guess I'm curious, like, does it inspire you to want to, now that you have this baseline, say, oh, what could I do with that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it makes me curious about like what, like all the report that you could generate from that and say like, okay, this is where you can improve that. And like, here's how I can help you, or like I would suggest this to find the answers or to like improve this part of your brain.
Yeah.
And like what a gift that we have to be able to do that. I mean, that's totally inspiring, and like who doesn't want to improve their brain? Like,
right.
Why wouldn't you again? Like I said at the very beginning, why wouldn't you want to do this?
Yeah.
So yes, it does.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. Well, thanks. And thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks especially for the resident neuroscientists on, Deborah and Kiefer both, and then everybody else who joined. It was super awesome to know that there were some people out there watching and contributing. So thank you for spending some time with us this morning.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Toodaloo.